So here we have the new shape Mini Convertible, the 1.5 petrol Coupe on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as you'll see at the back of the car, we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera, which I'll show you from inside the car. Given that it's a convertible, plenty of boot space as well, and a 50-50 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get half leather seats, as you can see. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now they're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side we have the rev counter, we then have the speedometer in the middle. At the bottom you can see there's a digital readout for the speedometer. The information that's there can be changed by pushing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different pieces of fuel economy information, below which you can see the total miles on this car are 2,752. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you paired the phone, and that is done on the central screen just here. So you can see that I'm moving through the various different menus on the screen. Everything you do with regards to movement on this screen is done using this dial down the bottom here. So twisting that will take us through various options. We can push it back down to select things. This also moves to the right, left, up and down as well, or you can access certain main menus directly off of these buttons here. So up on the main menu you can see that is where you'd pair your phone. When it comes to music on this car, you've got a few choices. Radio wise we have FM, AM and DAB digital radio. If you want to listen to your own music, highlight media, push that button down. And then you've got external devices you can connect. So you can see there we've got a USB input. You can pair your phone not only to make and receive phone calls, but you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. And there's an auxiliary connection too. So plenty of ways to listen to your music on this car. I also mentioned when we were at the rear of the car that we had a reversing camera. You can see that just there. So it's a full color camera, and you also get the kind of visual guideline for the parking sensors themselves up there as well. So not only will they beep, but you will see a guideline up there. Below that we've got the dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature on either side of the car individually. Fan speed you adjust in the middle. When you're happy with those settings, hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto and the car will maintain, in this case, 23 and 24 degrees by taking control of the fan speed itself, which you can hear it doing. You can turn that down if you wish to, or just hit auto and you'll go back to whatever setting you were on previously. Also in this car, which is particularly handy for a convertible, we have a heated driver and passenger seat. And then below that we've got a few things we can change. We can change the way the car drives. We can change the setup. We can put it in sport mode, so the accelerator will react a bit quicker to what you do. Or you can put it in green mode, which will be almost the exact reverse. It'll be a bit more docile. Or you've got mid mode, which is your everyday driving. You can turn off traction control. That button starts and stops the engine, so it's a keyless start. The key simply needs to be inside the car. Press that down to start the engine, same thing to stop it again. And this one turns off the stop and start. So this car is designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary, which will save you fuel. You can turn that system off should you wish to. Underneath that we have a 12-volt charging socket, the USB and auxiliary input, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then finally the dials that I was showing you just a moment ago. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about on this car is the roof operation. You can see the roof is up at the moment. There are buttons just up here. So there's a button just here. If I bring that button back, what that will do is initially it will open this front section of the roof. So it becomes kind of like a sunroof. It will stop at that position. If we want to then bring the roof all the way back, we do the button again. Exactly the same as we did the first time. Keep it held down and the roof will go all the way down. Once it's gone all the way down, the windows will do themselves up if you keep the button held down, as I've done. You can see they'll come up now, and then you're ready to go. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.